Do you feel rushed when you find the perfect tame, but need time to build a trap? Well, maybe this mod is for you. Pre-made traps from Randi's Animal Traps mod could be the answer. I'm going to show you everything you need to know about this mod right now. Hello everyone, I'm Garlichead Joe. If you're new to my channel, I do videos on Ark Survival, mostly tips, tricks, and reviews. Stay updated on all of my content, just simply hit the subscribe button and make sure notifications are on. Now let's get back to the video. What's going on everyone? Today we're going to be looking at Randi's Animal Traps. It's a mod on CurseForge and it is cross-compatible, so you can do it on console, PC, basically across the board here. And basically the whole premise of the mod here is that it just makes trapping a little bit easier. You can go ahead and just put a trap out for any specific creature that you're really going for. We're going to look at the different traps, how to make them, and see some use cases here. And then you can determine if this is something you want to put on your server using your single player, whatever the case may be. But let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so everything happens in the Animal Traps crafting table. So you can go ahead and get that first thing. If you just go into your crafting here and animals, it's going to be right here. It's going to cost you 100 wood and 12 raw metal. Pretty easy to do. I already have one laid down here. And I'll go ahead and access it here, and we can take a look at the different traps that we can use, and we'll go through each of these traps and how they work here in just a moment. So first one is kind of the small trap. It's available. It is a small one. You can get, I think, about the size of a Carno in it, but that's going to cost you 150 fiber, quite a bit of wood, 1,400, and 300 thatch. Keep in mind, obviously, these can't be super cheap because they are very much easy to use and to achieve whatever tame you really want. The next one is an underwater trap. This thing will hold Plesiosaurus, the Megalodons pretty easily. I don't think that I don't know if you can get a Mosa or anything into it, but yeah, so that's kind of a cool trap. Next one, let's go with the small one first here. So the small trap, again, this is about the same size that you can get, I think, an Aloe, a Carno. I'm not sure if you can get a Rex in the small one or not. We can take a look at that here in just a minute. But as you can see, it's going to be 50 electronics and 1,250 metal. So it is kind of expensive. The medium one is 100 electronics, 2,500 metal, and I know you can get a Rex into the medium. And then we have this absolutely large trap, and that's 200 electronics and 5,000 metal. So they are certainly not cheap, so keep that in mind. But there's also a flying trap here, and this thing, it looks like a hot air balloon and a trap dangling from the bottom of it, and use it to capture Quetzal. I mean, it's pretty cool. I have another creature, a mod creature, that I'm trying to totally figure out right now that's a flyer, and it's so hard to trap, and I might try it in this trap to see if it can be done. And then this is a game changer right here, a balloon honey bait. Yeah, these things you can just go ahead and pop out and just lead a Quetzal right on into this. So we're going to go ahead and check these all out right now. All right, so the first one we're going to look at today is the small wooden trap. It is by far the cheapest one to make. So we're going to go ahead and place one of those down here. I already have it crafted up. And it sits there and kind of builds it, as you can see. So this is the wooden trap. Now it can take damage. So anything you put in here is going to probably damage it if it's capable of it anyways. So in order to pick it back up, you're going to have to repair this, or you're just going to end up having to destroy it. So you have to keep that in mind when dealing with this trap. But nonetheless, to arm these, as you can see, the door is actually up right now. It's not closed. Once you trigger it, it will actually fall down. So to trigger it, you're going to run through here with presumably something chasing you. And you're going to come through here, and this right here is the trigger for the trap. You'd go underneath it and it would fall. So in order to get that armed, you got to go ahead and activate it. And then you're going to see the vines that are right here. So as you can see, we'll kind of go through it. Here, I'm going to back through. As you can see, it closed. And that's pretty much what most of these traps, how most of the traps actually activate is through the trigger or through this gate here once you arm it. So let's go ahead and see if we can trap a Carno in here. So we'll go ahead and spawn a Carno in. All right, so I got a Carno here. He's mad at me. And he's going to follow me in. Oh, no, he's not. I went through too fast. Let's see if we can reset this here. Come on. All right. So now we'll try this again. There we go. Now he is going to cause damage to this trap, as you can see. So again, you'll have to end up repairing it in order to pick it up after this. But then we can just trank him out real quick here. And then you can do your tame just like that. Nice and easy. So that is the small wooden trap. Pretty good for about Carno size. And if you pick it up, well, it's damaged. So at least I thought it had damage. It said it did. Yeah, it does. Okay. So if you demolish it anyways, it just kind of explodes. It's kind of interesting to see. All right, so just like the wooden trap, the small metal trap as well will capture pretty much the same thing as the wooden trap. It's activated the same way, so I'm not going to go too far in detail with that one, just because it is exactly the same except it's metal and it looks a little bit different. So, but the next trap we're going to take a look at is going to be the medium trap. Now, this trap will let us capture a Rex sized creature in it. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. As you can see, it's quite large. We'll go ahead and get that going here. Let it render in. All right. So as you can see, it is a metal trap. It is kind of expensive, but we're going to go ahead and activate it. So in these traps, the metal ones, you don't have the vines anymore. You have this kind of glowing force field. And a side note to this is a wild creature can also break that and trigger the trap before you get to use it. So anything that breaks that is going to trigger this door from falling, or trigger the door falling. So we'll go ahead and reactivate this here. I found that out when I was trapping something and a trike walked through it. So, all right. So as you see, it's quite large, even though this is the medium. So we're going to go ahead and spawn us a Rex here. All right, we have a Rex. And we'll go ahead and get him in this trap. Just like so. All right, just testing here, but I just spawned a Alpha Rex here. Let's see if we can fit in here, because this might be an easy way to be able to kill off an Alpha Rex. It looks like he's fitting in here. Okay. All right, so this medium trap will hold an Alpha Rex. Should make it pretty easy to dispatch it, and it doesn't appear to be taking any sort of damage. All right, so the next one we're going to look at is the large trap. Probably the most expensive trap that you can get, but you should be able to trap things, including a Giga in this. Go ahead and get that one in here. Don't have a whole lot of room, but perfect. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's just a lot larger. So we'll go ahead and arm this, and helps if I don't just immediately will run through it. Let's spawn us a Giga in here, and let's see if we can get it in this. All right, there we go. Well, all right, let's see if you can chase us in here. Come on. And there we go. That should make it easy to tame a Giga. Some shocking darts and you're off to the races, basically. All right, so now we're in the ocean here. We're going to be testing out the water trap to see what we can fit in it. So first things first, let's go ahead and place the water trap here. It's like so. You're going to have to activate it as well. All right, so now that it's glowing, so I've spawned in an alpha mag. See if we can get it to follow us in here. Seems to be working. There we go. Trapped in alpha. All right, so this next trap is specifically designed for flyers. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can't trap a Quetzal in the trap here. So let's go ahead and deploy this. And you can deploy it while you're on your RG. It's like so. Now this one's kind of cool. It looks like it's made out of glass here. It's pretty neat. It also has a ladder that you can use and climb up to. So now you're on the top of the trap. So this trap is pretty neat because one thing is the pickup. So there's a couple different options for the pickup on this trap. One of them is just pick it right up. And if we do that, we're going to fall to our death. Or you can have a countdown pickup. It gives you 10 seconds. So I got that going. I got to get on my RG. And here in 10 seconds, it's going to pop into our inventory. It's like so. I believe it goes into the, it goes into the RG's inventory. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and place one here. It's like so. All right. Now what we're going to try to do is trap a Quetzal in this, which is always a fun tame to do. And we're going to use both the flying trap here and the honey baits as well. So we get to see how both those work here. All right. So I spawned in a Quetzal. I'm going to go ahead and put down some honey so it comes right back up here. See if I can get its attention to come to this one here. Okay, so it ate that one. I'm going to try to get one in the middle here. There we go. And here we go. We're going to fly right on in. And triggered. So we have a Quetzal trapped. Probably the easiest time you'll have taming one of these. Yeah, so that is the flying trap. So depending on what you believe is too cheaty or not, considering the amount of resources you have to make one of these, you know, it just really depends on what you want to do. I know that taming these Quetzals is kind of a pain in the rear, so this makes it a little bit easier at least. But yeah. All right, so what's left to do here is to pick up our trap and let the Quetzal go because catch and release day. We're going to go ahead and do the countdown one and get on our flyer here. And here in 10 seconds, Quetzal will be free and the trap will be in our inventory. There we go. Well, there you have it. This is Randi's Animal Traps. It is a mod that is available. It looks like it's actually been pretty popular with 251,000 downloads as of this recording. Definitely take a look at it if you want to actually put this on your server. Yeah, but otherwise, I think that pretty much covers it. Sorry if I skipped over a trap or two, but they are very redundant. So you just basically need to pick the size you want for the animal you're going after. Anyways, again, If you enjoyed this content, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Please subscribe so you get notified whenever I post a new mod review. It really does help this channel grow. But until next time, take care.